Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today's hadith is also by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh, just like yesterday. This hadith shows us the emphasis and the importance of a habit which we built up in the month of Ramadan, and very clearly when the month is over we can see that the habit is gone. And that habit is Salah with Jama'ah, praying our Salah with congregation in the masjid. As the month of Ramadan starts, you can see the sufuf, multiple sufuf, whether it be Fajr, whether it be Maghrib, whether it be Isha. And then when the moon is sighted, subhanAllah, the masjid also empties out, or sometimes even before when the Quran Khatam is finished. But this is a very important part of the deen. This, if we look into the life of the Sahaba Ridwanullahi Ta'ala alayhim ajma'in, they would regularly, consistently attend the Salah with Jama'ah in the masjid. And it was actually very clear that those people who didn't, they would be exposed for being from the munafiqeen. In this hadith, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu says that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that a person's salah with jama'ah increases the reward by 20 or more times than a salah that is performed in the marketplace or in the home. Fi suqihi wa baytihi. Other narrations mention 25 times, some narrations mention 27 times. 25, 27 times more reward, right? And this is just the rewarding part, right? Aside from the ruling, which many scholars mention that praying salah with jama'ah in the masjid is actually a wajib. Many scholars mention this. And even if you don't take that approach, still the lower level is sunnah mu'akkada. Such a level or such a sunnah that if it is left regularly and continuously, it can be considered a sin. A person can fall into sin, right? So we don't want to be from those people who just attend the Eid Salah or the Jum'ah Salah, but having a habit of attending the masjid. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows our situation. We have to go to work, we can't come to the masjid. We have other duties, yes, we can't come to the masjid. But aside from those, we're sitting at home, we're like, I'm just going to pray at home. No, we have to try to come to the masjid. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the tawfiq. And then He continues, He gives the glad tidings to those people that a person, he comes to the masjid, he does wudu. Before he comes to the masjid, he does wudu. فَأَحْسَنَ wudu. He performs a good wudu. Such a wudu, with being careful that the water reached all the places. Making sure that the sunnah is performed, not doing anything that was against the adab of wudu, like doing worldly talk and so many other things. Then he comes to the masjid. La yuridu illa salah. He comes to the masjid, and there was nothing else behind the intention of coming to the masjid except that he wanted to pray the salah. Right? Many times, we can come to the masjid and we can have other motives. Right? So having the pure intention. La yanhazuhu illa salah. That nothing took him out of his home except the prayer. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that not a single footstep is taken. That not a single footstep foot is lifted to count the footsteps. إِلَّا رُفِعَ لَهُ بِهَا دَرَجَةً. His status is elevated. وَحُطَّ عَنْهُ بِهَا خَطِيئَةً. And his sin, like for each step, a sin is forgiven. حَتَّى يَدْخُلَ الْمَسْجِدِ. Until he enters the masjid. Then when he enters the masjid, when he's in the masjid, he has that intention. And his behavior as such that as if he's in the prayer, right? He's thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we came across this narration before that a person, when they're waiting for the salah, they're also getting reward. The angels are still making dua for them. So he's in this mindset. He's waiting for the salah. And when he does this, the malaika, they continue to pray. They continue to make dua for this person, and while he's seated in that spot, while he or she is seated in their spot. And they continue to say, Allahumma arhamhu, Allahumma aghfir lahu, that, oh Allah, shower mercy upon him. Oh Allah, forgive this person. And they keep on making this dua until the person either does something that is either harmful. For example, the narration mentioned, like when we come to the salah, we come late sometimes, and we start climbing over people, or we start talking out loud, or we're doing something that is affecting the environment, or the person breaks his wudu, and then he's in the state of impurity. Until that state comes, the malaika are making continuous dua for this person. So this is just one of the many, many benefits of salah with jama'ah. But aside from the benefits, we have to also keep in mind that it is one of the biggest sunnah, or the habits of the Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in, that they would all rush to the salah in every situation of their life. Whenever the adhan was called, we don't have that that benefit in this country, but you go to a Muslim country, you can hear the adhan very loud, mashallah. You see that people close their stores and everyone starts rushing to the masjid. We don't have that same environment, but even if we can't hear the adhan, we know the salah times. We should try to make an effort to come to the masjid as much as possible. We don't want to keep that habit just for the month of Ramadan. We want to continue that habit for our entire life. This also teaches our children as well that the masjid is not only for the Jummah and Eid prayer, it is for every salah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to come to the masjid more and more. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen our bond with the masjid. Ameen wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام وتباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وألسنتنا من الكذب وأعمالنا من الرياء وأعيننا من الخيانة فإنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ منه نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وأنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.